The sun is up, and inside the O'Donnell's house, they are trying to get Charlie up.
Child? Child?
What?
Pam tries.
Come on.
No!
And then Charles Sr.
Charles, time to get up.
No, just leave me alone.
All right, well,
Just get out. I want to sleep.
all right, well, time to get up. I'll give you 10 minutes.
Well, he's a very friendly person. He's very outgoing. He's very well liked outside the house. It's almost like he's a different kid than he is at home because they don't get the attitude that we get.
It was nice of your mother to cook breakfast for you this morning. Say thank you.
Yes, I did, Dad.
It's good.
Did I?
For so long to actually look inside the biology of teen behavior has been very elusive. And we just haven't had the technology or the tools to try to peer into the so-called black box.
What he discovered in the all-important part of the brain that sits behind the forehead, in an area called the frontal cortex, was an unexpected growth spurt, an overproduction of cells just before puberty.
This is a process that we knew happened in the womb, maybe even the first 18 months of life. Well, I think the most surprising thing has been how much the teen brain is changing. By age 6, the brain is already 95% of its adult size. But the gray matter, or thinking part of the brain, continues to thicken throughout childhood as the brain cells grow extra connections, much like a tree growing extra branches, twigs, and roots.
Want me to hold it right there?
Yes, right there is perfect.
Our leading hypothesis is the use it or lose it principle. Those cells and connections that are used will survive and flourish. Those cells and connections that are not used will wither and die. Part of the brain that is the so-called CEO, or the executive of the brain, is still being built during the teenage years. Teens are capable of enormous intellectual and artistic accomplishments, but that basic part of the brain that gives us strategies and organizing and perhaps warns us of potential consequences isn't fully on board yet.
The risks of a severe concussion or a turned ankle, for instance. An adult brain might call for a helmet here or suggest this is not quite the moment to take a drag. Nikki lives with her mother and 2 brothers.
Upsy daisy, come on.
Her mother, Gail, knows the turbulence of the teenage years.
I know her moods. I know when something is bothering her. I know when she feels she doesn't want to talk. And I know when there's a time to just leave her alone. And I also know when there's a time to find out what's bothering her ASAP. I sort of have to feel her out. I'll give you those.
Sometimes I just don't feel like talking, period. And then she knows. She knows that, so.
But like, are you feeling angry inside, confused? What? That's what she wants to
I
know.
don't even know. Sometimes I don't even know.
Sometimes she doesn't know. She
doesn't even know why I'm upset. I'm just upset.
She comes to me sometimes, she says, Mom, I feel like crying. So I sit down, put her in my arms, and let her cry.
Dr. Deborah Yergelin-Todd and her associate Stacy Gruber are scanning the brains of teenagers to see how they read emotion, mapping differences between the brains of adults and teens. To explore this, Todd put teenage and adult volunteers through an MRI and monitored how their brains responded to a series of pictures. All the adults identified this emotion as fear, but the teenagers invariably saw something different.
Tell me about those faces. What were those faces feeling?
A lot of them were shocked or angry, and I think that was it.
Okay, shocked and angry.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
They see anger when there isn't anger, or sadness when there isn't sadness, in terms of interactions at the dinner table or on the weekend or doing chores or doing homework. It means that whatever communication, whatever conversation you had with them, if you're assuming they understood everything you said, they may not have, or they may have understood it differently.
Charlie O'Donnell regards his mom as a good sport. But he's still continuously battling for more independence.
I'm gonna go to the Air Force after high school, and then I'll get my college paid for, then go to college. Doesn't really matter where. I just want to get out of the house. I want to live in a dorm. No parents' rules. I'd have to set them for myself.